Hello and welcome to a new video here on my channel, here at commaik. Finally the time has come. I can finally build the concrete foundation for my new garden kitchen. In a few days the concrete pump will arrive. There is still a lot to do. In addition to the formwork and the installation of the reinforcement, there are a few minor details that need to be addressed. To be prepared, I will take you along with me. Stay tuned, it's about to begin. Here, on this 8.4 meter area, the new terrace with the garden kitchen will be built. To be created, directly next to the pool, this area is stabilized with a floor slab. The floor slab will be approximately 20 to 30 centimeters high. In the coming days, everything will take place through a specialized company. I don't have the materials and appropriate tools to carry out the corresponding task, to carry out preliminary work. A border is carefully drawn along the sides. After that, the reinforcement is installed, and then the large concrete pump will arrive in a few days, and the large mixer just fills this area with concrete. Once that has happened, I can finally start with the construction of the garden kitchen and also with the garden gazebo in the neighboring area. In addition, the rest of the formwork stones are being filled in the pool. East of the new terrace, a garden house is being built. A bird aviary and an animal shelter are to be created here. I have already set up this area with 20 cm high formwork boards on all four sides. The area is 4 meters in size and will also be poured with concrete. The preliminary work took almost 5 hours. The ground areas were initially covered with a film so that the concrete would not slightly seep down, does not lose moisture too quickly. Next, a spacer and a first reinforcement mat are added. The crossbeam that connects the two, mat keeps a distance, and the two reinforcement mat that is placed here. You see, there is still a little space at the edges, at least back there. The preparation of the foundation here at the garden kitchen was somewhat more elaborate. To contain the concrete, a formwork was first constructed. No boards were used for this, only strips were. The borders were pulled in a line. You go over there to the south in that direction, and then afterwards come back to my walkway. The height difference is approximately 4 to 5 centimeters. I would like to place a terrace board such as this one, or perhaps even consider placing a terrace slab on top of the foundation. The same structure here as well. A foil to seal the foundation downwards, the spacer for the first grid, the crossbeams to raise the whole structure, and at the very top, the two reinforcement mat. When the concrete pump arrives in a few days, the concrete will simply be poured in with the pump. The concrete is relatively fluid because the access routes are very long. Finally, an additional mat will be inserted if needed, which I currently still have in stock. The access points are here. My pipe for the wastewater and the cable channel, such as the electrical conduits continue under the walkway leading to the house. Over there, the 2 kg conduits and the water pipe were carefully cut out. The concrete can now simply be poured in. I estimate a total amount of approximately 10 to 13 cubic meters, which is in total. The remaining concrete that was left over during the installation of the edges has already been filled into the steps of the pool. As you can see, there are 2 and the 3 step completely filled. The upper area at the platform is now quite well filled in. This significantly conserves concrete and resources when the pump arrives. I avoid the risk that when filling the upper area, the concrete will flow down, pushes through and rises back up through the stairs. The entire area is open. The concrete can indeed flow anywhere within the platform and the stairs. This concrete can now dry completely. Today is Monday, and the concrete pump is expected on Thursday, right in the morning. I am really looking forward to things finally moving forward here. two very large foundations have been completed, and the concrete pump has pumped in a good 13 cubic meters of relatively fluid concrete. At the moment, there is still a thin film on the fresh concrete foundation to protect the concrete from drying out. This way, it can dry out nicely and slowly. The wall on the south side of the pool has also been completely filled. Likewise, the stairs and the landing, I can finally start plastering the interior walls of the pool. I have placed the remainder of the ordered concrete between the border and the future. Have a terrace installed. This area should be filled in anyway. Before the leftover concrete is thrown away, it fits in very well here. The foundation for the garden house has also been covered, and I hope that I can start building the garden house in 3 to 4 days. The foundation will not be dry yet, but it will support me and the garden house. Carry, if you don't want to miss it, also the construction of the garden kitchen and the completion. My pool? Then subscribe to my channel. Then you won't miss any of the new videos. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you give me a thumbs up, a like. Otherwise, I remain, as always, at this point. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Until next time.